Hello and welcome back to another episode of Exos Heroes. And today, as we all have, been anticipating for a while now, Bernadette FC Bernadette has finally dropped on us. So, we're gonna take a look at her new Fate Core and see if she's worth it, as we always do. But at the same time, today's episode is going to be a little bit different as well, because I feel like at this point we all know the Summer Festa Fate Core quite well. And I don't want to spend too much time on, going through all the details all over again. So, but we do have a lot of Exes saved up, in part due to the whole FC Leping refund. So we're gonna do some summoning as well. So let's see if we're gonna get lucky today. But before we go into that, let's just take a quick look at, FC Bernadette, see if she's worth, our resources. And, as I've mentioned, by now we are all very familiar with the Summer Festa lineup. Obviously, it all comes with the flat passive, and all comes with the Summer's Blessing passive. And given that Bernadette is a Black Fate Core, that's the only two new passive that has been added to her. And because she's a fated hero, so she also doesn't get a upgrade to any of her skills. Right? So her A1, if we take a quick look at here, her A1 deals 300% damage to a single target at 1 mana cost. So that's exactly how it used to be, there's no difference there. A very good skill, I have to say, because I really do like the base Bernadette. And 1 mana is very efficient, 300% damage to a single target, that's pretty good. Doesn't have the burst, so the damage cap is in a way limited, but base damage is very solid. Her A2 is also pretty good, 3 mana cost. Has the burst component to it, so can scale up quite a bit. And then it does 178% damage to all enemies, so that's quite decent. I have to say, my biggest complaint about, I think it was FC Scarlet, my biggest concern about her at the time was she has the mana utilization 2. And when it comes to mana generation 2 isn't the best. But I think with Bernadette, because she has the mana utilization 3, which allows her to generate 1 mana based on your ally's mana count, as well as 1 mana based on your opponent's mana count. What this allows you to do is to really consistently generate mana. And that makes her A2 a very useful skill, because you can spam this on a very consistent basis. I think that definitely gives her kind of an upper hand when it comes to using this skill to do damage, as well as, pairing this together with a flat passive to, bring out those AoE CC at the same time. So I really do like this. I think she, among this lineup so far, and I think even, when we eventually include Valentina, I think her AoE ability, her consistent mana generation definitely puts FC Bernadette as probably the best when it comes to utilizing the flat passive. So I really like that. Summer's Blessing, as we mentioned before, it's always consistent, it's always a plus, even though it's somewhat situational, I would say, right? Like, you have to be up against a team that has Frost Hero, but good thing is, there are a lot of good Frost Heroes out there, so the chance you run into one of them is very likely, especially in PvP situations. I would have to say that my biggest concern with FC Bernadette is the fact that there are just so many Summer Festa heroes now, and I think her use cases when it comes to PvP areas is going to be limited. Because with the introduction of FC Iris, she's going to be featured in so many PvP lineups, and on the days where it's not tag team week, you're probably going to run into FC Iris so frequently. So if that's the case, I really don't see FC Bernadette being a part of your lineup, especially given that she is Frost Element. I think that really limits her use case on those weeks. And then on the flip side, because how many Summer Festa heroes that we have so far, like even during the tag team weeks, you're going to run into players that has multiple Summer Festa heroes that are being used, across 2 or 3 different lineups. And yeah, I think her Frost element really works against her in this case. And I think that's another thing I really kind of bothers me about the whole Summer Festa situation is it really limits the use case of Frost heroes. With the exception of, I think, Bathory, like all the other heroes just seems to be, at this point, not as useful. FC Bernadette, I don't know, like I'm not completely sold on her. I do really think that if you don't have a hero that can function in this area, especially for the newer players who are looking for good damage dealers, I think FC Bernadette definitely should be on your radar. Her damage is very good. Just like the base Bernadette, her damage is very, very good. And she can carry you through a lot of the PvE areas single-handedly for, quite a while if you do have her build up. And she really synergizes well with mana utilization 3, the constant mana generation on that, and the ability to spam out AoE damage alongside of CC is a very good combination. But as you progress towards later games and as you run into those later game PvP scenarios, it definitely becomes a little bit more concerning, I think. You probably see a pretty steep drop when it comes to like utilization of her in the late game. So those of us who are seasoned players by now, maybe she is not best choice for us at this point. Especially given the fact that we will be getting FC Valentina, and she's going to be the second gold banner of this lineup, right? So she is, I'm pretty sure, similar to FC Iris. She's going to have the Wet Fog passive, I believe. So she's going to be another one of those counters to the First Guardian heroes. So at this point, if you have limited resources and you want to have another chance at getting a hero that has Wet Fog passive, especially if you missed out on FC Iris, then I would say definitely save up your resources. Don't spend them on FC Bernadette and save them up for the next week's FC Valentina. If you do already have FC Iris, I think Valentina is, not a bad choice, especially like I mentioned earlier. For those of you who are still in the early to mid game, definitely give her a try. But with that being said, I think, let's wrap up the review here. Let's go on with our summoning. So we do have a decent amount of actually saved up. We have a little bit over 6,000, so that will get us 9 summons total, just under 100 summons overall, right? So 99. And let's see if we're gonna get lucky. Like so far we've been pretty good when it comes to summoning, so I have high hopes. But with that being said, let's get started. The first 11, here we go. It'd be nice if we can get FC Bernadette on the very first try. Not quite. So far we still haven't had it. Haven't been able to get our target on the first try, so still something we have yet to achieve. But if you guys haven't seen our summoning video of the last couple of weeks, we've definitely been pretty lucky. We've went for FC Shufraken's String of Creation, and that turned out pretty well. And then last week, I have to say, we were not disappointed either. So if you guys want to check it out, we will have the link in the description below. But let's see, that's a pretty poor start. Alright. Pretty poor start. But it just means better things will happen, right? Let's see. See if that logic works out. But I have to say, FC Bernadette, I definitely like the way she is designed. She looks pretty cool. But I guess that can also be said to just about every other Summer Festa hero. It seems like it's a lineup that's, definitely dedicated for more fan service than anything else. Could this be? Oh no! Woo! Yes! Oh my god, the very second summoning, here she comes. Lovely, lovely introduction here. Look at her. Oh, that makes me miss going to the beach. Especially with everything that's going on right now. Going to the beach has not been a possibility for us for a long time, but... Alright. Yeah, so there we go, guys. Very second the very second try, we've got her. But let's keep going. You know, we've got resources to spend. We've got our FC Valentina. Doesn't mean we have to stop. So I think on this account we have FC Scarlet, and now we've got FC Bernadette. It's quite nice. Ice and Fire, Corgi. Just glad that Edward's not here, because otherwise, you know, he's gonna go off on Corgi again. Look at that. Mission accomplished. Let's see how many heroes we can get. This is just a second account that we've been using for doing some of the summoning, some of the hero reviews. So we can definitely use a few more fated heroes, a few more fate cores on this one. Whew, that was a good start. I like it. What is this? It's another legendary S-Tart. Yeah, so for those of you who haven't checked out our legendary attacker tier list, definitely got a lot of feedback on S-Tart. She is a very kind of polarizing character. A lot of great potential, but at the same time, you know, when we're looking at her, we kind of put her in the middle of the pack, because her mana cost is just pretty high. Like, we always kind of err on the side of need to have some sort of balance between damage and cost efficiency, and she just didn't seem to us to be all that, you know, all that efficient. But now, if you guys have FC Iris, I think a lot of these heroes kind of move up the tier once you have FC Iris, because she takes away a lot of those mana issues. But I think that's more of a, you know, it's more of a, you know, plus to FC Iris than anything else. Let's see, what else do we get? We're not getting a lot of fated here. Oh, speaking of the devil here, what do we have? Mahar. Alright, Mahar. Mahar's not bad. Yeah, he is definitely kind of a middle of the pack type of legendary hero, or fated hero rather. A lot of decent CC comes with a block 3 passive, and I think he also got provoke on his A2 here. Yeah, I keep saying her because we've just recently got her got his fate core, which is a little girl. So, but his fate core is definitely an upgrade. I think it's probably one of the better upgrades out there. Here comes Diva. I do like Diva. For those of you who started a little bit early like us, you know, there was I think an event happening about a month and a half ago, where we were all able to get FC Diva at the end of it if you completed the whole thing. And I really like FC Diva. It's been putting in a lot of work for us, in especially the new updated Upier's Labyrinth, which has just been such a frustrating experience for us. Let's see, not a great pull, just one legendary. Alright, got 4 more to go. So far we've got 1 legendary, it's not bad. We've got 1 fake core, the one we're looking for as well. Let's round this up with a couple more legendaries, I would say, or fated. Been getting legendaries left and right. Let's see what we have here. Be nice to have a couple more fake cores coming from this, would be nice. But I'm not gonna get greedy here. Oh, see, this is what happens when you get greedy. Get nothing. The game knows. The more you want it, the less it's gonna give it to you. Think, how many do we have? 2? Is this the second to the last? I think so. Come on, give us something new. What is this? Oh, no! No! Are you kidding me? Oh my god. Are you kidding me? This is the first time this has happened to us. A duplicated Fate Core in the same summoning session. Oh my god, I don't know how to feel about that. I feel pretty bad actually. It feels good when you pull 2 Fate Cores out of 99 summons, right? It just happened to be the same exact one. Oh, and that's the only thing we got as well. I mean, alright, you know, I'm not gonna complain too much. But for those of you who didn't get her, or who is still trying to get her, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It's not my intention. Let's see. What if we get a third one? Oh my god. What if we get a third one? You know, alright, here's the thing. If we get a third one, we're gonna give away this account to someone who doesn't have it. Somehow prove that you don't have it, and we'll give it to you. But let's see. Let's see if we're gonna get it. I doubt it though. What are the chances of getting 3? Oh my god. Zaradane. I like Zaradane. He is definitely a useful hero, especially earlier on. So you can see here, right, that's the difference between legendary and fated hero. Legendary, like Zaradane here, you know, at 3 mana cost with burst, it does 142% damage to all enemies. Or a fated hero like Bernadette, it does 178% damage. So, and I think that's a case between Zaradane and some of the fated fire AoE heroes like Maggie. Like, we always compare Zaradane to Maggie and we call him, you know, the poor man's Maggie, because double AoE skill, relatively mana efficient, but just slower damage. And I think that's understandable here. Alright. We've got one more chance at getting another fated Bernadette and give away this account. What if it happens? Yeah. I'd be kind of sad to give away this account, but at the same time, my conscience just cannot allow me to have 3 FC Bernadettes and not do anything with it. Bayer. Not big fan of Bayer. Here we go. Maybe this is the final chance. Let's see what it is. Oh, fated. Alright. Alright. Anastasia. Yeah. She's probably the premier healer in the game. Great damage with her A1, A2, and then fantastic AoE heal. 50% of her all maximum health, and her health is really high, given the fated support hero. So for those of you who don't know, support hero is the class that has the highest HP. And obviously being a fated hero, she's going to have pretty much the highest in the game. Teria. Not a big fan of Teria. Alright, that's it. No third FC Bernadette, but it's been a good day. We've got a couple of Fate Cores, couple of fated heroes. So very nice. Very nice. Alright, let's open up these 2 mileage points here. Let's see what we get. Bunch of nothing. There's Navid or Navid. Teamer. I like Teamer. Alright, let's see our first one. Another Mahar. Today is a day for dupes. Another Mahar. Let's see our last one here. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. What is going on? 3 Mahars in 1 summoning session. And then 2 FC Bernadette. So, well, there you have it, guys. So hopefully you guys are lucky as we are when it comes to summoning for FC Bernadette. If you do decide to summon for her, as we mentioned before, she certainly has her use. Bernadette as a hero overall is a very solid fated attacker. So, so if you're agonizing over it, you don't have to regret it if if you're gonna go for it. I think she definitely has her place. But at the same time, for those of you who wants to be a little bit more careful about how you spend your resources, definitely hold back a little bit. I think summoning for FC Valentina the next week, having the ability to pity her if you have to, definitely would be a better choice in my opinion. But with that being said, hopefully you guys have enjoyed this episode. If you did, please leave a like and subscribe to our channel as it will really help us grow. And at the same time, if you want to see other Exos Hero related videos and content, feel free to check out our channel. And lastly, good luck with all of your summons this week and in the future as well. And we'll see you in the next episode very, very soon. Alright, bye bye.